Hey, folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to Motorsport Mondays. And for the third time, we are going to be delving into F1 Manager as Haas, which was voted by the community. This may be our last stream of F1 Manager specifically for the next little bit. The more people have delved into this game, the more people have realized that it's in kind of a wacky, broken state. We've seen some of those things. The simulation, as it turns out in this, is kind of questionable. The actual micro during the race isn't necessarily always the most fun. And the management of, the management side of the sim, the economy and stuff, I can't say has been a tremendous amount of fun either, unfortunately. So I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do. There's a lot of people looking for a lot of changes to the game on the subreddit and stuff like that. And yeah, it feels not quite right to me. I don't like that it's so consolitis-y as well, with no hotkeys basically and stuff like that. So we could go to Medieval Mondays. The other thing we could do is we could play around with F1 22. We could do some car racing from Vroom. Go back to F1, to Motorsport Manager, because that might be cool to check out again. Or yeah, Medieval Mondays. So we'll see how it goes. But for now, we are going to do our third race here as Haas, because I mean, we've still had a lot of excitement with it. I think I'm going to dump more money into the buildings. I was so conditioned from Motorsport Manager that the part stuff, and yeah, maybe we should develop more parts, but I'm gonna go and dump a little bit more cash into some of these buildings because I think they're still probably half decent long-term sort of improvements, especially the stuff that might help out with boosting our staff and our drivers and things like that. Well, I guess those are already upgrading. That's operating. What was under car development? I guess these are a little bit more expensive to do. Yeah, 7 million. And maybe there's not much else that we can do right now, just in terms of cost. All right. I guess not then. Okay. Is Monty back? CK 3. Yeah, we could go Medieval Mondays with Crusader as well. Because there was Medieval Dynasty, which was quite cool, but maybe we just go Crusader Kings 3 on Mondays. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, we are going to advance. We got the Australia Grand Prix coming up. Important meal, and yes, we did finish some buildings. We finished scouting Theo Porcher, but we're just gonna go with these two in here. We got a lot to do today because we have to do the practice. Yeah, that's fine. We have to do the practice, the quali, and the race all today. Yeah. Race prep. What we could do is we could go to we could go and throw some new engines on these cars, just to, have our best possible chance today. Because there's no cost to doing this. We won't get any penalties or anything. We'll just, there we go. We'll just put some fresh engines on both cars. I don't know if they decay in performance, or if it's just once they get used enough, they break and have to be replaced. Given everything else in the game, I suspect that's the case. I suspect we're not going to get a performance boost over here, but wouldn't it be nice if we could? Hey, Thricewise, thanks for the gift subs. And Socom as well. Sorry, we're going fast here. I'm just trying to focus on... We got so much to do in this one stream. Lions in the North drops on Tuesday, unfortunately. Oh yeah, that's EU4, right? Yeah, so I'm very excited to get back into EU4. We'll review targets. Tell you what, we'll guarantee that we're going to reach... we'll guarantee that we'll reach Q2 anyway this time. That seems going to be fine. I think we'll probably just automate the thing. We're not going to guarantee fastest lap. That's a little bit crazy. Our streak is to qualify 14th and above. Yeah. I don't know. We'll go ahead and put that in. What could possibly go wrong? So, we're going to be at Alfred Park over here. If we take a look at the expected strategies, so we're definitely going to want to do the one-stop strategy, probably medium to hard, because as we know, the tire performance on the harder tires isn't really much worse than the others. Sometimes it actually averages out to the better one. We know tire degradation isn't really modeled in this game, so there's no real reason to go with the two-stop strategy, unfortunately, so we'll just go to the one. According to the engine supplier stat page, performance drops from below 85%. Oh, okay, cool. Very cool. Continuing on, don't forget to use the arrow hours for parts development and research. They come in separate periods last month. Yes! We did burn through a bunch of that. We've got some pretty intense part development happening right now, so we'll see how that goes. Can we believe the stats page? Yeah, I don't know.
Welcome to Melbourne for
hey, Crofty.
fierce competition.
Oh yeah, and rain on Sunday, maybe. Yes. From the beach here at the Albert Park Circus. Yeah, just like the Hards of Zandvoort ended up being super good. Yeah. Expectations and tensions. It's funny, Pirelli, the announcers, the team heads, everyone was saying, "Oh no, the Hards are no good," and then it turns out to be the perfect tire. Where drivers can push their speed to the limits. Good attention to medium speed downforce will likely make beating this beast of a track just a little bit easier. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. Yeah, and the fact that this is going to be like a yearly release makes me think we might not see that many transformative changes this year, and there's going to be like, oh, in 23 version is going to be all these things that are sort of like fixes and patches. Hopefully not, because if they don't fix this version, then they might have not goodwill going to the next one. I want this franchise to succeed because it should be awesome. So yeah, light rain predicted for Sunday, which will be interesting. We'll have to see what we can do about tires there. I've heard there's some pretty wonky things about the intermediates and wet tires as well. We haven't seen them yet, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, you know what I should have up and ready to go is that little tool, the F1 Manager setup tool, so that we can quickly reference things as we go. It's whiskey and chocolate. Where's my window for that? It's no one here is what he appears. Did that get chopped a little? Oh, probably because your name was so long, yes. Here's a vote for Modded Motorsport Manager Mondays. I did consider about that, though EU4 is always good too. EU4, CK3 also good. Yeah, I wondered, because you can mod Motorsport Manager, which we didn't do the first time, but you can mod it with actual F1 stuff, and that might be kind of interesting. So we will see. I guess we'll do our first practice. We'll just slap on some hards over here for the practice, so we don't have to do too much. Run plan setup. I mean, we'll start everything where it is, because as long as it's vaguely within the range of things, that's going to have to be good enough. Oh, more whiskey and chocolate. Nice. Same thing here with the car setup, because they do have different requirements. Yeah, they're both in there in some way. Anyway, okay, we're going to go to practice. Oh, it's named Moose. Hey, named Moose. I've never been to Australia. It's very far away from where most moose live. The Australian animals I've met have always been very nice, though, especially the koalas. Are qualifications in motorsports named after them? Holy shit, I really stepped in that one. I did not see that coming. God. Next version will have loot box system. Radio check. Remember, if you don't use two different sets of tires, then the game steals one random unused set to comply with the rules. Right, that's true. But that's fine. Oh! Yes! It 15 laps is enough for K-Mag, but not for Shumi. I gotta send them out with more. Well, I think it depends a lot on the length of the circuit. Because I think it's based on how much time they're driving that they get their stats. And so I think if it's a very long lap, then they'll get them in 15, and otherwise, no. Yeah, god damn it. So stupid. Oh yeah, happy Labor Day! I don't know, like, I think US and Canada both have Labor Day today. I don't know about other places, but happy Labor Day. Recognizes the efforts of the labor movement, which is the reason we have a 5-day work week, 8-hour work day. You know, some basic stuff like that's kind of nice. Oh, P1, Sector 1, there was a yellow flag. Oh, we've had a spin. It's Ocon with a little bit of spinning. Sweden's the 1st of May. That just makes me think of the Jonathan Colton song. Yeah, Jonathan Colton has a song called The 1st of May. From when he was doing his thing a week, a long time ago. Only one song every week. We got some good ones out of there. Re-Brains is probably my favorite one from Joko from that period. That was really good. Alright, running through these laps. Oh, we're at 4-5 on both, and they still have some amount of fuel. We might hit a 5 of 5. Hey, there we go. Something feels off with the car. Copy. Alright, heading to garage. Heading to garage. Okay, I'm going to reconfigure. So we'll take a look at this. So I'm going to put a link in the chat here. So in the very first stream, I said, you know, someone could probably pretty easily work out a tool to like find like our target here, because most of these link to like most other effects, and it was kind of hard to figure out, okay, if I just want to move this slider to the left without changing anything else, what combinations of moves would I have to do? And yeah, right away people went and figured out a way to do that, which is kind of neat. Yeah, I like it. So what I can do in here is I can mark that the oversteer's bad, the brake stability is good, so at least we know we're a little closer to that. The cornering is bad, the traction is bad, and finally the straights are good. And then I can ask it to calculate a new setup that will still be within range of where the good thing is and tweak some of the others pretty dramatically, which is kind of neat. And really, I'm a little disappointed that someone did this, because I kind of thought it would be a fun project for me to do. Well, that is interesting that the cornering is going to be actually outside of the range with this setup over here. But we'll see what this does anyway. We should hopefully get a bunch of good information out of this. I think it's because with the cornering, yeah, so the cornering clearly should be on the other side over here, actually. Because it's going to be very wrong over here. I have no doubt about it. But I'll just see what happens when we run this bad boy. And, oh yeah, for the run plan, I'm just going to add one extra lap to K-Man, because he clearly has good feedback skills or something, but because he's usually really dependable about giving us the setup information. Now, with Shumi, we definitely want to go a little longer, and here's where it's going to be, oh, he did get all the feedback, which is kind of nice. So, car number 2, we got, same thing, actually. Oh, no, not quite! He actually got great on the straights instead of only good, which is interesting. Bird. Great. Actually, I guess I could change something on the car 1 setup. Yeah, I could have specified bad, but it's too low. That's still fine. All right, so if I punch this in, what it should do is calculate something that barely changes the straights, although a little bit, because we haven't actually hit optimal. And then, yeah, again, some pretty dramatic changes in some of the other areas. We're going to leave the rear wing angle where it is. We'll do this. I mean, I like this minigame, but I'm also quite intrigued to try out this auto solver. Admittedly, I like this minigame a little bit more in Motorsport Manager, probably because it was a tiny bit easier, and arguably a little bit more important. The difference in Motorsport Manager between a bad setup and a good setup was about 1 second per lap time. Well, it was literally from 0% to 100% was 1 second per lap time, which is pretty substantial. Here, what it does, I guess, with the setup, you get a performance bonus. You get up to 15 random extra stats given to your driver, which, you know, that sounds pretty good. We don't know really what kind of effect that has, though. So it's a little harder to see some of those things. And we'll go ahead and confirm this setup and unpause. It's pretty big. Ah! Okay, I can still change the run for Shumi before we send him out. Put more fuel in there. Because he definitely needs at least a couple extra laps of fuel. Boy, that's a long reconfigure. Wow. Okay. Magnussen is fine. We're just going to send him out as is. And with Shumi, I'm going to reconfigure again just to change the run plan. Let's go 17 laps. That'll take no time to refill it and send him out. Groovy. Oh, I didn't read it, Doc Villain. It was very cool. I did a quick little skim. But yeah, that was cool. Like, you know, like an essay, dissertation, PhD. I don't remember what the context was of it. It was like analyzing a bunch of like F1 car performance stuff. Choo-choo, you got the train? Maybe during some part of the actual race, I'll be able to read the subs and resubs. I just want to make sure we get this going fast. So yeah, we have 2 of 5 feedback over here, 1 of 5 over here, although Schumacher did go out slightly later. There we go, 2 of 5. And he's got a little bit of extra fuel, or, well, yes, fuel, but more laps to his run. Oh, someone probably had a spin in Sector 1. Car knowledge is almost 100%. Hopefully get some decent track knowledge here. Go, 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 go. All right, 3 of 5 on both. Going fast as a plan when you're racing. That's true! I think we're just going to simulate the quality, because I don't think... So I wouldn't simulate the quality in Motorsport Manager, mostly because, A, they didn't do that well necessarily, and B, they would really bork your tires, because they'd pick tires that you might want to save for the race. Here it's different. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, you're calling in. That's good. Here it's different because you, no matter what, you have a reserved soft, medium, and hard for the race itself. You can't find yourself borked the same way. And unlike Motorsport Manager, none of the races are going to be like 3 or 4 stoppers, which we would see sometimes. But these guys are racing like side by side, which is just crazy sauce here. So I don't think I'm as worried about automating the quali. You know, we were doing things like trying to release when there was little traffic and stuff like that. I don't think it matters too much. Oh, things got much, much worse now. Much, much worse. But theoretically, that did get some info in there, so we will see. So the oversteer is still bad. Braking went to bad. Cornering is bad, and it's clearly too low. And the traction is bad and clearly too high. And for the straights, we are great. Although, obviously, it's got to go down a little bit. Fine setup. Okay. So now, let's see what it says. And let's see if this calculator, like, looks like it's doing something vaguely right. Or maybe I'm using it wrong. That's possible, too. Whoa. The traction's way out of the good zone here. I wonder if can I move the traction meter and have it calculate the correct thing on its own? Oh yeah, okay, I can move it and it'll readjust some things because I'm going to try to bring it within range. Okay, that's actually quite handy. Oh no, it's rear angle. It's this. About even this way. Closer to around here and there. It's funny that the great spot, we found great straights, but it's outside of the range? That's nuts! Oh, I posted in, here's the link to the calculator again. I guess I could show it as well, but I'd have to change some things here, so. Okay, oh, it does remember the stint length, so that at least is good. I actually don't think he's gonna get out again with this setup, but we'll see. Okay, we got to 87% here, so it's having a hard time getting in there with K-Mag. I think it's got to get, like, close enough to see some numbers somewhere along the way. Right, so that's great, great, good, great, and optimal. So this will try another tweak, just barely. Yeah, we're very similar to the previous numbers. And this is mostly where I liked it. This, like, last minute find. I don't think he'll actually go out.
How is the balance? How's the balance? So very good at the car.
Yeah, I may have done a better set. At least on K-Mag, we've done a better setup when we didn't follow the setup. It's working there, but yeah, as an experiment, we'll do it all. We might get a little bit of feedback from K-Mag here. May as well send you out. Yeah, the officer. I should have just maybe done a manual attempt that gets close.
Okay, understood.
Yeah, that's fine. I should have done a manual setup maybe that gets a little close and then use the calculator. Maybe. All right, end the session. Still go max speed, please. Come on in. Okay. Continue. I'm going to keep the same setup I did last time. Or, you know what? With K-Mag. With K-Mag, let me do this. what I'm going to do is tell the thing what my setup is. There we go. So that way, when it gets feedback, it's doing it the right way. So at least these are going to be within range. And Shumi's on a pretty good setup as is, and we'll see where it goes. All right, let's manage this. Confirm. We're definitely going to simulate the third practice. I'd actually hope to simulate... If I had both drivers on a... Make sure you got plenty of fuel here. Oh, did reset you. That's a shame. I don't... It's weird that it didn't maintain the run plan from the last practice. Oh, I didn't actually check my tires. I guess we're going out on softs. All right. That's fine. Yeah, hopefully Magnussen gets the full feedback here. I think this lap time is long enough that he's okay. Yeah, I still want to play Assassin's Creed because I've never played it. And then, you know, it'd be nice to do more new games too sometimes. Get more views doing new games. Oh, hey, Orgrin. Nice content. Nice meeting you at PDXCon 2019. No, you should be busy. I know. I need more Songs of Six as well. It's been a bit of a nutty week. I did record some stuff, not for Songs of Six, which haven't gone up yet. So I know there's like, in general, it's like, hey, where's the YouTube content? I'm like, I know. And yeah, I want more Songs of Six. Seems like a swell game. Really quite nifty. I want a more faster speed. Just like, I need like Football Manager, like literally just like fast forward to the next event. Tire wear warning. Jeez. I mean, you're almost done your stint, right?
How was the balance?
There.
The car was great. Drove really good.
Yep, understood.
All right. So let's see how we ended up here. Oh, we still have a question mark for the cornering? They didn't actually get all the data back. That is annoying. Okay, I'm gonna just send him out for like 4 more laps real quick. Just to finish the setup info. I know you have no tires. Okay, he's at 5 of 5 now. There, call in. All right, reconfigure over here. Great optimal, great optimal. Well, it clearly works. You know, there's no denying that. But yeah, I think we have to get close enough to get some data in the first place. So we're great, optimal, great, great, optimal. And yeah, now it's the place where I really like the calculator. It's just, I should probably find a basic setup first, and then use this to just wiggle the last things. Just tweak a little something without completely breaking everything, please. So that's what we're doing. We're increasing the front wing angle by a tick and the toe out by a tick, and that's it. Let's get him on a medium tire, and the run plan for 17 laps should be groovy. I mean, he's 97% confidence already. That's pretty crazy. I mean, this is still pretty bad here. It's our best so far with K-Mag. At least we've got a couple of good ones. Good. Bad. Good. Alright, more front wing angle. Reduced rear angle. Anti-roll distribution. More negative tire camber. And reduced toe out. We'll put them on mediums. And I'll allow for 17 laps this time, just to make sure we get a proper run. Alright. Oh yeah, it's Ava's birthday. And man, that quick cake was good. That's probably what I'm gonna do after the stream, is I'm gonna go in and get another piece of the cake I made. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, send out. Send out. And you can just do standard tire performance here now. It's gonna be fine. Make sure you get your laps in quickly enough. Piece of cake. Kind of cake. So I made a Fraser cake. So a Kiss for Luck had requested a strawberry shortcake. Now, there's sort of the authentic classic strawberry shortcake, which is sort of on a biscuit with cream. Almost like a scone with clotted cream and stuff. That's not what she meant. Meant the other kind, which is sort of a sponge with things. A lot of times when you buy those in stores here, that's what it is. They're like kind of cheap yellow sponge. You know, basically a piece of, like, you know, kitchen cleaning sponge with a little bit of cheap whipped cream and strawberries on top. So right away I was like, I knew I wanted to do it myself because I wanted to do it right. But I actually went with something that was effectively a Fraser cake instead. So I did a Genoese sponge, and then I made crème pâtissière for the cream inside. Oh, there was a crash. Competitor crash. Well, I'm happy it's not us. BSC. I mean, let's just ignore them for now. We still, I mean, hopefully we can still get some feedback info. So crème pâtissière is like a thicker cream. It's like with the sort of stuff you would normally have inside a profiterole or maybe an eclair or something like that. So I have that in the middle layer. So I kept it in the cake tin. I split strawberries in half, did sort of ring on the inside, filled it with some cream, more strawberries in there, and then the second layer of cake on top. And then on top in, oh, it's Verstappen who crashed! Wow! Silly Verstappen. In Mary Berry's Fraser cake, she then puts a layer of marzipan on top. We're not really keen on marzipan, so I just did another layer of crème pâte, more strawberries, including some macerated strawberries, and then I made my own whipped cream to put on top. So there's a picture on the Twitter. Anyway, it turned out real good. I was very happy with it. Made people salivate at the same time. Could eat marzipan by itself. Yeah, it's not that we hate it. Just, I don't think it's a particular. Oh, he's happy. Good. Yeah, call in now.
Understood.
It's just not super duper our thing when we could just have, you know, more cream, more strawberries. So we did that. How do we do? Hey! Excellent. Well, we've got enough time for one more tweak over here, so let's do that on K-Mag's car here. So we have now hit optimal on oversteer. We've got great brake stability, great cornering. Traction is only good, but then we're back to optimal on straights, which is beautiful. Let's find a setup with a minor tweak, mostly to go hunting that traction if we can. So we're going to tweak the anti-roll balance, the tire camber, and the toe out. A tiny scooch like that. Very minor change. How's my current set of tires? Yeah, we got halfway of the tire left, so we can keep burning through this one. It's going to be fine. I'll fuel you for 17 laps again. Oh, there's really not much time at all, actually. We're not going to get any feedback on this run. You know what? I won't even bother. And the final run, we could probably get these to like 100% if we manually did the final run as well, actually. But yeah, we'll just, you know what I'm going to do right now? My pit people are going to be annoyed, but for the setup, I'm just going to tell it to revert. Actually, no. I wonder if it'd start like this in free practice 3, if it'll use the setup first. Yeah, we'll just leave because it's not worth sending them out. Oh, thanks, Essentia. Yeah, I can't do piping to save my life, so the piping on the side is all like... I mean, it looks like it's been applied by someone with terrible hand tremors. But it was really tasty. Alright, session end. I should have gotten Essentia to decorate it. She's actually taken like cake decorating courses in the past and made some gorgeous cakes. Okay, continue. So final practice.
We return for the next day of our highly anticipated race weekend.
I was like, what? I didn't choose anything, but right, it is a new day. It's Saturday now for P3 and then quali.
Whoever said every second counts clearly hadn't reveled in the sport of Formula One.
This is the official F1 management game, yeah.
Decided by thousandths of a second. The drivers competing today are amongst the finest in the world, but the margins are even finer. And as you can probably guess, there is no margin for error.
But yeah, I did install F122 in case we wanted to go to like racing instead of management maybe for next week. I've got I've got a pretty good steering wheel setup and everything, so we'll see. Okay, so that's gonna be fine. We'll go to practice, and I'm just gonna simulate this practice session because we're running out of time now. We'll see if they improve it at all. Haha! 100% setup confidence and 96%. I'd say that's pretty good. I'd say that's pretty good altogether. And they both got the maximum performance bonus. So the actual numbers I don't think matter, except for the actual race. I don't think these numbers are used. What they do is they generate these numbers, and we got the full 15, so that's great. We could have double 100 probably if we did it manually, but okay. Now the question is, what's the deal with this race? Circuit map. So, I mean, we know the, these are the DRS testing zones over here. So we get a testing zone, short DRS, another testing zone immediately. So mostly this one will probably be to close in, get close through the chicane, and then double DRS over here for the actual overtake. Which will, hopefully we overtake in the first DRS zone, and then put distance between us in the second one. Time consideration, safety car deployments, expected strategies. So these are going to go out the window as soon as we start racing. Again, the average lap time on hards is better than the average lap time on mediums. So, you know, yeah, and like the average lap time on all these tires is all basically the same. Which, what? There should be a much bigger differential going on. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's go. Oh, this is Q1, so I'm just going to simulate qualifying. Forgot about this. We're just going to simulate quali. We don't have much influence on quali itself, so presumably this is going to be about the same as if we did it. Apparently not, because you know we would have done a hell of a lot better than that. But sure. Alright, so K-Mag is eliminated. He just misses the cutoff to Q2. Very disappointing. Oh, I guess I could simulate to the race. There you go. Save some clicking. Q2. Q3. So how are we looking here? Oh, wow. We're neck and neck. Yeah, our qualities when we did them manually were definitely better. Although maybe everyone else has improved a little bit. That's possible. But we'll see.
The time has come to fight it out.
I'm going to open a beverage. This is a non-alcoholic beer, which is actually surprisingly tasty.
Let's see if they can make it work for them. We saw a reasonable push from Mercedes in qualifying.
Delish.
And they'll have plenty of opportunities here to achieve a great result.
Don't manage drivers and drink or something. Okay, can we get a timeline? There is going to be somewhere. Oh, is it in the strategy view? It might be in the strategy view. We will get the ability to actually see a prediction of when the rain might show up. I thought there was a screen somewhere. See, track water, but that's predicted. So it doesn't have anything predicted in here. Maybe that'll change as we go. I mean, we don't know when the rain's going to come. We don't know anything about that. I think we're just going to go. We're going to go with the plan A. Start on mediums, go on hards. Wow, this is a bit of a long... We're going to have to do some conserve, but maybe there'll be rain in there as well. In any case, I'm going to start on the mediums, and we're going to see where we are after that. So, we'll run this one. I think they'll both be on A. I mean, we could invert them to prevent double stacks, but we can just have someone come in one lap earlier, one lap later. It'll be okay. We'll do that. What might help is if there's a safety car near the end here, then we pit and come in for softs or something. With the caveat that maybe the softs aren't actually that much better, but what the heck, right? We are going to start on... There we go, on full deploy at the start of the race. See if we can gain some positions immediately. Yeah, that's deploy. Yeah, just dump immediately. All right. Oh, the percent chance of rain's at the top of the strategy? Oh! Thank you. That's what those numbers are. Interesting. Yeah, we just simulated quali. We did not do as well as when we did it manually. But we only had 2 hours and I had to do the practice, and that one at least seemed important.
Mick Schumacher there. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish.
As compared to Motorsport Manager in terms of complexity, I think they present the same amount of complexity, but a lot of it doesn't actually seem to work here.
We're just moments away now.
Yeah. Some things have more complexity, some things have less. All right, let's go. Our drivers are side by side. Let's hope they both get a good start and don't fight with each other too badly. Again, it would be nice to have a slightly different angle. So Shumi's just ahead of K-Mag. So actually, if I looked at it from K-Mag, so that's Schumacher right over there. Let's see what the start looks like. Looks like everyone's about the same. Who's this ahead? That's Ricciardo. Okay. I mean, it's bunching up more than truly us catching up. And actually, there's someone flanking us here. Luckily, we got the inside, so K-Mag should be fine through this. Oh, and Schumacher does get ahead of Ricciardo. We've got Vettel to our left here, and this doesn't look good because he will have the inside of the second chicane right in this bit. When I do the race in the actual driving simulator game, this corner is where I lose the most speed. I cannot do this corner properly. That first little chicane right after the pit straight, it never works out well for me. Oh my god, is Schumacher even further ahead? No, he's like side by side with Tsunoda over there. Well, not side by side anymore. He's definitely behind him, but he was alongside for a little bit. We're going to keep going with the aggro push over here now. So net 4 minutes away, 35% chance of rain. Is this some rain on the windshield? Well, it's dry, so I guess we'd see that number change. Right with Vettel. And you can see, they like leave the slipstream immediately. Like, should I not have been right behind Vettel there? Well, maybe I was on a different line. Maybe Vettel was just defending the outside and I went inside. Looks like this little switchover worked really well. We actually slammed the door on Vettel there. Nice overtake.
Okay, nice work.
Very nice work. Let's take a look at Schumacher, who's right behind Tsunoda still. What I'll probably do, actually, is I'm going to balance the ERS now.
Haas with an overtake there.
And certainly the tires as well, because we do have to make sure they don't get burnt off too quickly. And actually, what I could do is I could store up DRS, or ERS charge, rather, just to make sure when we do an overtake, then we can, like, go super powerful. Oh, that's dust/oil. You can tell when it rains in the game. Okay, cool. All right. Mag is right behind Ricciardo. Maybe he'll actually get an overtake, like, out of the box at some point right over here. And Schumacher's still pretty good behind Tsunoda here. We should be able to see it in the distance if anything happens. Because, yeah, that's Ricky, and then that's Schumi, and then that's Suni. Ricky, Schumi, Suni. Alright, DRS is going to open next lap. What are the odds of just slapping on some jet engines and letting it rip? It might be out of spec, we'll see. Verstappen's ahead, Sainz is right behind. Which, again, at this point, normally, there'd be such a spread in the field already, even just like, on the second lap like this. The car performances are very similar in here, which is probably for better gameplay, but if you're looking for, like, the F1 experience, like, wait, hold on, that's not really how it goes, but sure. F1 Manager KSB crossover win. Let's make our next Rover, like, look like an F1 car, but with jet engines. Remember when Vettel's engineers made curves work like ABS in 2014? No, I wasn't watching then. I might have watched that season on, like, the F1 TV website, but not in a while. Yeah, it's funny, this, like, grime and stuff.
DRS enabled.
DRS enabled. So, although the test zone is behind us, so it's not this lap that it's going to take effect. Because there's a DRS start zone over here, but there's not a test spot here yet. No, so it'll be... On next lap, it'll actually take effect. And the thing is, there's going to be a DRS train, so I'm not sure that we're really going to have the ability to make significant gains here, but we'll see. Don't forget the robotics for the Rover's DRS. Alright. So everything's still pretty much the same. Okay, now, Mick Schumacher's actually in the more interesting position to maybe make some moves, because if Schumacher can pass Tsunoda and get up behind Joe, there'd be enough of a gap where Tsunoda doesn't have DRS anymore once we get to that phase. Let's do a little harvesting here before we get to
Okay, charge on.
DRS zones. Oh, yeah, we got DRS here, so we got our first DRS right there. There's a test. We're right behind, and now it's going to be the important thing here. And yeah, weirdly, I'm not really going to use the ERS as much for overtake, so much as to try to build gaps. So it turns out in the code, the DRS doesn't give you that much more top speed, but it gives you or the top speed that the DRS adds might be appropriate, but it adds ludicrous amounts of acceleration. And you can see, like, we're breaking a toe too early as well. Like, we should be right here. But yeah, you can see, like, I've got DRS, he doesn't, and yet our top speed was effectively the same. So that is a little bit odd. Alright. Tell you what, go ahead, go full deploy here. Okay, Mag, I have no idea what you're doing, but I'm going to watch on Shumi. And let's see if we can use this. Yeah, there we go. Alright, full attack. Let's see if we can clear before we get the DRS.
Push.
That'd be a big ass, though.
Okay, good job, Nick.
It's another strategy that worked well in this game. Focus part design on best DRS speed, acceleration, and dirty airspeeds. Eventually you can overtake the first 10 laps using DRS trains. Ooh, neat. Okay, so Tsunoda's going to have a DRS assist here. Let's go to a neutral. And I don't know how smart the, like, defend designation is. I guess I'll put that on here, actually. So, Tsunoda's almost certainly going to catch up here, but the hope is that... And yeah, we don't have DRS ahead of us. And maybe that it's no good. Maybe we just hope we do it with undertakes and whatever. Okay. It's going to be sunny. 5% chance of rain soon. So that's looking okay. And second DRS zone here.
So overtake is available if you need it.
Oh yeah, your harvest is done. Dump a little bit of that. Yeah, because we're capped out here. It's no good. Alright, Para's ahead! Wow! When did that happen? Well, DRS trains probably. It's going to keep swapping because they're going to keep DRSing each other constantly.
Okay, charge on.
We're still
charge
pegged
on.
at 100%. Oh, let me pull back on these tires now. And yeah, we failed to break the gap here, which is annoying. Although, we also failed to get to Norris, so we don't have our own DRS pull here, so we might get repassed, but that's okay, we'll deal with that. Feels the different ERS settings are just choosing different map over where the track to deploy the energy with no input of the other cars are. It's possible. That actually makes some amount of sense. Okay, there we go. We'll put you back on neutral here to just balance out the load. Don't want to hit 0%, don't want to hit 100% right now. Yeah, we'll have to adjust the fuel, but for now I'm okay with, like, burning more fuel early so that we're lighter earlier. Right now we're in free air, so yeah, wow, the gap has grown. I guess this DRS train is leaving us behind. That's kind of annoying. And you know what? That's fine. I'm okay with being behind here. First of all, it'll be a little bit better for the fuel. And yeah, we can re-DRS here. It's going to be okay.
That's a position gained for Alpha Tauri.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Magnussen is right behind this little bit. So yeah, Rick has got DRS on Schumacher. And actually, hold on, Schumacher's almost losing out on DRS range here. I didn't realize that. He's losing Tsunoda.
Charge off. Copy.
I just want to make sure we're within 1 second for this DRS zone, and that should be enough for us to stay within the toe. Yeah, there we go. 0.9. We should be good here. Okay. Around this corner, the DRS will open. And unless we have a really bad corner here. Okay. We're going to be fine. DRS is open. It's going to just close the distance. Excellent. Yeah, energy cars are hybrid. Yeah, they charge their battery. Yeah, ERS is just energy recovering system. A couple of different ways these cars have to charge a battery. And then deploy the power for the boost from an electric motor. Okay, now that you're comfortably in here, you can go and recharge your ERS, because you're going to keep getting towed by Tsunoda now. Okay, 40% chance of rain next 4 minutes. Well, that's interesting. Hold on, we're going to have DRS in this other zone. You know what? Change of plans. You're going to go full deploy here.
Very good job.
Because you've got another DRS zone with us open. I wonder if we can leave Tsunoda behind. The answer appears to be
Haas with an
no.
overtake.
Push, 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 push. Leave Tsunoda behind.
Mode push.
Copy.
Come on. 0.8. We got a while to go before the DRS detection zone. Come on. We're nearly at the zone. Need another 0.05 of a second here. I don't know where the detection zone is. Looking for the marker. Okay, over a second. Let's go back to neutral and standard. Hope we can keep that 1 second gap. Oh, he actually closed it. Oh, he might have had DRS there. After all, he might have gotten in the detection zone just in time. Oh well, it was worth a try. Just stick on a neutral, that's going to be okay. Let's try to make sure not to bork our tires. So yeah, Magnussen's just here. So this is... Magnussen's the car I'm in now. Ricciardo, and there's Schumacher right there. Well, we've closed a little towards Norris, but not by much. Oh, Joe's not maybe in a DRS zone. That'll be interesting if that Joe-Norris pack starts to fall back. It'll be interesting to see what that does. Alright. Schumacher might have to pull back a little on his fuel. I mean, we got a lot of race, but yeah, let's go to lift and coast right now. Let's see what we can save later. I suppose we could probably be balanced here and stay behind as well. It's only going to change so much because we're kind of being limited by the car in front of us in terms of the actual behavior there, but...
Charge on.
Copy.
So 40% chance of rain in a minute. Still dry currently. We might not have any rain the entire race, but it will be interesting if we could get one rainy race. Oh, side by side over here. Schumacher just behind Tsunoda. That's okay. They can keep swapping positions. Because of DRS, that's what's going to keep happening here.
Alpha Tower, he gained a place.
You're going to be fine, buddy. Alright, tires. We still have a long way to go. Yeah, I guess I can just go to accelerate the race now. I don't think there's actually that much input for us to put in currently. It seems it's relatively static what's going on.
With an overtake there.
Alright. Wait, did Schumacher fall behind to 15th? Fuck. Oh, probably because I didn't reset this properly. And you've got crazy amounts of fuel now, both of these cars. Wow, that happened fast.
We will go to high fuel now.
And is Tsunoda just gone? Oh, we're behind Ricciardo, and... Oh, no, Tsunoda fell way back. Oh yeah, so it's still the train swapping positions here. Okay, 40% chance of rain, still dry. There's another little swap. Is Schumacher gonna follow? Oh, almost. But we got another DRS zone for Schumacher here. I don't think he's gonna be able to get by Rick though.
That's a new race position for Haas.
Dun, 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 dun. I had turbos in F1 quite a few years ago, but they were banned. Yeah, there was periods back and forth. There were periods where, like, some people in the field had naturally aspirated engines and others had turbos. It's interesting when the cars are kind of out of sync that way. Alright, we'll follow with Mick here, because he's sort of behind this. But yeah, our pack here, which is currently led by K-Mag, although switch, we're still behind the other pack up ahead. It's way too early to come into box. Our tires are good. Although, if there was a safety car now, we could consider boxing now for our hards. Oh, that's not even in a DRS zone there. V10, V8 days. I gotta say, the generation of cars before this one, I found when I listen and watch the old VODs, the engines are like so high pitched and screamy. I don't really appreciate that. It's like, it's too much. What I like about these cars is sometimes with like some of the turbo stuff during acceleration, or when they take the maybe when they take the throttle off, you get that like that sort of blurbling of turbo that can sound quite sexy. Yeah, there we go. 13-14. Excellent. Oh, Mick Schumacher wants to make a move on K-Mag, but he runs out of DRS zone there.
Haas with an overtake.
Yeah, but he's even though the name is like clearly kind of Italian-ish of origin, that's not how he pronounces it, right? It's Ricciardo is how he says it, or Ricciardo, really quick, as opposed to Ricciardo, which would be more Italian. Wow, Schumi really wants to make a move on K-Mag. And he's got more fuel load. Now we're just gonna let them race as is. Although you kind of are right, we could deploy a little with Magnussen, just because he's towing right now, or whoever's ahead can dump. Wow. Whoever's in front dumps their DRS, or ERS rather, and whoever's behind charges, because they're gonna get the tow. I'm gonna put you back to neutral here. I don't want to dump all of it. We're still not closing into the back ahead. We're actually losing. Just nuts. Oh, Sector 3? Someone had a spin or had a yellow flag?
Oh, there's a spin!
Oh, Joe spun out. Oh, I should have clicked right away. I hate that, like, even paused, the replay thing goes away. That would have been interesting. So we just got some freebie spots over here. All right. We're gonna get ready to do a little swappy new maneuver here. The Schumacher's got tons of charge. Let's take advantage of it. Oh wait, Schumacher's ahead. Never mind. So it's still what I'm gonna do. Drop a little deploy in there. There you go. Yeah, K-Mag just behind. Whoa, we got a bunch of pitting! I'm thinking they must have started on softs, which probably, it might explain some of the gap as well. Yeah, this should help equalize some of the fuel load as well. So yeah, as long as... Ooh, that's a little confusing with all the pit stuff. Wait, did Magnussen fall so far behind? Oh, he's behind Rick. Oh, he's falling behind everyone. What the hell? I guess we didn't have any DRS at all. I didn't realize that. Ah!
That's a position gained for Alpha Tauri.
I've seen defending on from Rick. As we get into these DRS areas, let me go ahead and put defend mode on. Okay. Hopefully we can actually follow properly here. Rain, 25% chance in a minute. So we're still okay. Put you just on neutral for now. That's going to be all right. DRS. DRS is a slot in the back. It stands for drag reduction system. The rear wing of your car opens up a little. There are specific zones and specific rules about how they use, but it lowers your straight line drag, which makes it easier to overtake. It's not done quite right in this game here. You see how like this is open now? And the same thing happened to us. In this game, the implementation for it is kind of wonky.
Got no DRS. Copy.
McLaren gain a position.
Yeah. Trying to do defend. Fell back there. Oh, and actually lost quite a lot of space to Rick. Jeez. And some more. Wow, yeah, running out of DRS charge is real bad. This will harvest a little here.
So we just need to go charge on. Copy.
Fuels are fine. Tires are fine. No rain right now. But some people are clearly going for the two-stop strat, which I think is going to be much worse than what we're doing here. So yeah, the reason DRS exists is because as these F1 cars kept getting sort of bigger, longer, wider because of safety features and things like that, it became harder and harder to do overtakes. So races became basically big, just processional parades. God damn. And by providing DRS, it made overtakes a little easier. Oh, that's K-Mag overtaking. I guess that's fine, but... Whoop! Schumacher fighting back! Squeezing Magnussen to the outside. Oh, we're gonna have some words tonight in the debriefing. Oh, and Schumacher didn't have DRS in that whole mess, but K-Mag does. And then K-Mag's gonna have a little more DRS going on there. Okay, yeah, let's just keep these on neutral on the low side. Fuel situation's fine. Tires are okay.
With an overtake there.
If we can make a little bit of a longer stint on the mediums, that might be good, since the hards are clearly going to go into the bad spot. As far as we know, the degradation is really bad under 30. Like, you do lose a little bit, but it's really the 30% that matters. Up until then, the deg is kind of low. And before both cards crash. Random question, are you in Tales for my D&D campaign? I am, Zanotti! I am. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta do a thing. Yes, I play Draven in that campaign. So, Tales from My D&D campaign is a YouTube series put out by the person who's the dungeon master for the D&D campaign that I was playing in. A really good friend of mine. And he's done an animated show that's like 65 episodes in now, I think, of the campaign. Ooh, Magnussen got a lockup. Ooh. And there's a crash. No! There's another car over there, too. I thought. No? Maybe someone else ran like... God damn it! Sack him. We'll replace him with Emma. I mean, I think there's going to be a safety car. So I'm going to get ready to maybe pit Shumi here.
All okay, Kev?
Yeah, my bad.
There.
We can take
Oh,
a look
multiple
now.
crashes.
Daniel Ricciardo involved here.
Okay, so that's K-Mag. There's Rick. Yeah, I lock up, slam into Ricciardo, and then crash.
Mark my words, there'll be questions asked about that later.
Yeah, that's going to damage Ricciardo's car, too. He's going to have to come in. Well, it's his sidewall. He might not be able to... You know, he's not going to be able to repair that, probably. But he might run a little bit slower. Okay. Where are we? Okay, we are coming up. The pit is right here. If this were a regular race, it'd be like, no, clearly there's going to be a safety car, at least a virtual safety car. I guess if there's flag, it's not going to be. No, we're going to have to keep going. Wait, front ring is destroyed. Be careful. Is Mick still active? Mick Man, he's still running? Okay. So he's going to have to come in. He'll get his hards now, and then switch to a soft or a final stint or something. But yeah, I guess there's no safety car. I think someone said if you see the safety... Yeah, we got a time penalty. No kidding. I think someone said maybe if you see a yellow flag, it means there's no safety car. Like, they flag it instantly. Can't believe he's still running. Jeez. Yeah, we're placing the front wing on K-Mag. It looks like Rick's getting some work done, too. That may be a longer pit stop. I don't know. I might, you know, if I go to conserve on Magnussen's tires, he might be able to make it until the end. On the other hand, if there's going to be another safety car... But yeah. That's a pretty good pit stop for a front wing change. That's actually really good. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be rain. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put his tire mode on a little bit of conserve there. And we'll see if we can stretch him to the end. So, I'm going to switch Schumacher here because no safety car.
Back off.
Understood.
No way that car runs in real life. Yeah, right? Exactly. Okay, so we're in 8th place, although we're 10 seconds behind Perez. Oh, Tsunoda... You know, maybe I do have to keep this going. Try to stay out of DRS range of Tsunoda here.
Push.
No, he
push.
got in anyway.
Back up.
Oh, he probably DRS the last zone. Never mind, I didn't realize I was around this corner here. Just trying to break that toe if we can. At least it's only Tsunoda. Alonso's not getting a toe there. Yes, we can sign new drivers. We may need to. Even on light, it probably doesn't make it to the end. But I kind of want to try. You know what? Maybe it's fine. We'll see an update. So this is on normal wear we'd get here. Maybe if we're light from the beginning, we can make it through to the end without another pit stop. Check the front wing is replaced. Yeah, it is. We have some minor damage to the chassis, but the front wing has no damage whatsoever. I wonder if I should tell him to avoid curbs. Another driver locked up. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really going to be babysitting Magnussen anymore here. Balance fuel for a bit. Oh, it's Ricky. He locked up. He's got some damage on his car, though, Ricciardo. So it's possible that he's more likely to lock up. I don't know.
Try to do some lifting coast and then focus on apex speed. Copy.
You know, the red arrow here is because we have a little bit of damage. Like, I just looked at it 2 seconds ago. We have some chassis damage, but there's nothing we can do about that. Can't replace the chassis mid-race. And yeah, I really do want to just one stop if I can, assuming we get by with no rain. You can change the pace on the strategy screen. Interesting. Can I affect the strategy screen from here? Oh. Yeah, well, okay. It's not showing me the current tire, but it is giving me a better idea about how much more this is going to extend. I think Mag's going to be fine. I think Magnussen's going to be A-okay. Replace every part of the car. Is it still the same car? Is the car of Theseus over here? Alright, we still have Tsunoda right behind us. Yeah, we can probably extend Schumacher by an extra lap, and then we don't have to do any conserve on his hard tire. The lead car is unique, except for one behind it, which is identical. 12 seconds behind the leading pack. Yeah, we're definitely like the best of the rest right now. 13 seconds. And growing. Alright, Saints pits. Russell might take over the lead. That was a pretty big gap there. So Russell, Ocon, Gasly haven't pitted yet. I haven't, neither has Schumacher, but everyone ahead has pitted. So yeah, we clearly have a giant gap between us and the true race leaders. And it's definitely extending. Okay, so we're not gonna box this lap. We could. We're gonna do one more. That's gonna have to be okay here. I'm gonna throw in some harvest, actually.
Charge on, charge
Although,
on.
annoyingly, we don't have DRS on this particular section. We'll try to charge some for when we get out. And we'll put aggressive on this tire right here. It's gonna be... And, yep, we are going to be pitting this lap. Parts are all fine. Estimated pit time 3.3. I like how, like, Haas has, like, such a pessimistic view of their own pit time. Hopefully, as well... Man, 2 Alpha Towers ahead of us, though. It's because Gasly came out of the pits in, like, a hard position for us. Hopefully, this will maybe let us do an undercut on Tsunoda and build a proper gap.
Copy.
Okay, I think we can go even harder on this tire, actually.
Let's catch him.
Copy.
If you don't need it, no lift and coast.
Copy.
I feel like we're getting more message variety. I mean, not from the drivers, but honestly, if the drivers are basically just saying copy, that's pretty realistic. So yeah, we're just trying... I guess I could have gone aggressive last lap, too. I didn't realize how much of a wear it had, but... burn through more of this tire. Here comes the box. And I'd like to be able to change the strat right now, but...
Yep, copy that. And white line, white line.
I think you can underfuel it, but I think people have figured, based on some tests, they feel like the amount of fuel doesn't seem to affect the lap time that much, so it'll actually be better to overfuel and then run the engine harder. I don't know. Okay, there's no one behind us. I mean, Ricky's closing, but not by much. It's going to be pure clear air here. Ooh, someone ran wide or something again. So I'll just go to standard tires for now. And yeah, I think we will maybe have to do a little bit of well... I don't know, because this was expected based on this line. Coming in over here, we might not have to do any tire conservation at all. It might be good to conserve a little bit, and then we can have some to spare when we're looking to actually, like, do some pushing. Let's just do a light outlap and see how it goes. Now, Magnussen... Yeah, I mean, we still need... Oh, Ricky locked up. Alright, well, that might give K-Mag a chance to close in on Ricky, but yeah, right now there's huge gaps back here. This is our worst race yet. Just trying to gain ahead of the little tire because I don't have to pit again. A lot of our competitors will be boxing one more time, probably. Although, again, watch it rain and then we'll be like, oh shit, we have to box anyway. 13 and 8. 4 seconds. Vettel's right behind K-Mag. Sector 3. Is it Ricky running wide again? Oh, competitor spun. Who is it?
They've lost control.
Oh, Tsunoda. Oh, might be good for Mick, giving us a little bit more closing in up front. Neutral fuel's fine. Tires, yeah, we got to keep it there. Schumacher will be able to change it, but I'll keep it light for now. Yeah, Verstappen would have pulled away by now. Yeah, it's ridiculous. These, like, this close race up front. So unrealistic. I'm also annoyed that we might not be scoring points here. Let's just hope our one-stop strategy pays off. The crash by K-Mag, like, we got a bad quali, maybe because I didn't micromanage it. And then the crash by K-Mag, it's a miracle it's still in the race, but it has definitely hurt us. Oops, balanced. If Vettel passes Magnussen, it's not going to be so bad, because we'll still be in DRS trains and stuff like that. So no pulled out of that spin quick. Yeah, people, like, spins don't seem to do much to the cars, right? Whereas in reality, half the time they end up going into a wall when they do that, or get beached in some gravel, or at the very least, they absolutely obliterate their tires. Here, I think it just cost them a second or two. Yeah, maybe I could do self-practice and then quali. I don't know. And you guys mentally miss the setup game, but some people don't care about the setup game, so we'll see. Yeah, Tsunoda still hasn't boxed. Neither has Joe. What tires are they on? Oh, they started on hards, that's why. So right now everyone's on hards, but some of them, yeah, see all these ones that are like below 90%, they'll definitely have to pit again. Now, we're so far behind from the leaders that I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but some of these will be.
So we're P17.
Okay. Let's just make sure we can maintain this. Let's go to standard, so we can stay within the DRS zone.
Margin, try to increase the pace a little bit.
Copy that.
I don't know if K-Mag can make it to the end. I guess I have to keep it light if I'm going to. We're going to try. We're still going to try. Alright, still no rain. I guess we'll keep the view on Magnuson here. We'll go to ×2 speed. Yeah, we got DRS. So yeah, there's going to be... Oh! Looks like he hit the grass there. Seemed like he ran a little wide on that corner. I don't know.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Yeah, Vettel's just going to come right back with some DRS. Okay. He might. I don't know. I don't know how much higher this line's going to get from running on light. I could go full conserve as well, but that's... seems a little nuts. I'm just hoping that maybe only like the last lap we're below 30%. Maybe the last two. But hopefully it's still a net win overall. Now Mick's probably run light long enough. Yeah, so Vettel's going to get a second DRS crack here, which is a little bit rough. But yeah, no, we stayed within target.
Aston
We
Martin with a great play
should be
there.
fine.
They've moved up a place.
Yeah, so we're just going to keep swapping positions over here. That's fine. Okay. It'd be great if we could do a big enough push here to build the gap, but it's not going to happen. You're going to go into first DRS zone, then second. Digital grasses make you lose any speed. And yeah, like, they break the toe instantly. So yeah, I think people have looked through the data files, and I don't think there's an actual toe that you get. I don't think you benefit from a toe. Not on a straight line, anyway. But it's kind of good, I guess, because the AI doesn't use it regardless. Because even if people who set, like, the straight line toe to work, it's like, well, the AI still breaks the toe. Like... What is this? Ooh! Oh, it was almost something. Although we don't have DRS. Did we actually pass right before the DRS zone? So Vettel's the one with it? Yep, Vettel's got it. Amazing. Would have been great if we'd done that pass clean, like, before the DRS zone, but right after the test line for it. Vettel's going to get DRS now and close into K-Mag. How's Schumacher? Yeah, just clean air stuff. Fingers crossed that we get some payoff from our strategy here. Don't break your toe, that sounds painful. Grand Lurker, no, it does seem to be based on standard driving, because that's what it's set to. You can set it on, as we found out in the strategy screen, like if we add a new strategy, you can set the pace, but it's defaults to the middle. And yeah, hopefully we just keep doing the flipperoos back and forth here. It should happen. No, I think... Well, that might have been the DRS line there. No, we still don't have it. Vettel's going to have it again. We come so close. All we need to be is, like, microscopically slower in that one section.
With an overtake there.
So that we pass and then have 2 DRS zones to break the toe. That's what we need. We need to give, like, the AI the directions to be sneaky about the testing zone. Okay, Joe's in the pits. Yeah, stay on light wear. Stay on light. I think we're still going to go below 30% at the end of K-Mag here, but I don't want to put him on full conserve. Do a little harvesting here, just to build up a bit more of a charge. Since our position relative to Vettel's not really going to change through all this. Alright, Vettel's going to have DRS through here as we come up around this way. Yeah, it's going to be fine. You know, why don't you charge up a little bit more, Schumacher, so that we've got some options. Oh! Because if someone comes out of the pits, like, right in front of us... Actually... Oh, that's what happened with Joe, actually. Shit. And we're right behind Vettel, but that's fine. I'll put you on neutral, though.
New race position for Haas.
Okay. But yeah, it's going to be the same situation. We're going to be swapping back and forth with Joe all the time. Does mirror physics seem weird? So one of the things Motorsport Manager doesn't have, it doesn't have DRS. And it's actually more explicitly a simulation, weirdly enough. But because of the view, because of things, and because the simulation mechanics are so much more interesting, it seems to work better. Like, the visual and what they're telling you about things... Ooh, don't lose your toe there, Shumi. Oh, shit. John Standard. A little overtake here. Yeah, Joe's... Holy shit. He's flying by. I mean, he's got fresh mediums, admittedly.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Oh, goddamn. Well, there's the DRS testing zone there, so we don't have it this time.
Haas with an overtake.
So we're back. Yeah, that's going to keep swapping. There's a yellow flag out for someone.
Seems to have been a lockup.
Oh, it's Joe. Oh, there we go. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, so Schumacher's in a pretty comfortable place now. I'll harvest a little bit more for him, since he's in a safe spot right now. Yeah, there's a limit, yeah. To the charge versus dump. It would be great if we could break this with... No, but Vettel's going to have DRS through here again. Oh, that was a Ferrari going by, lapping us. Oh, okay, neck and neck with Vettel, but he's still behind us here. I don't think we can build a 1 second gap before the next DRS zone here, though. Well, why don't you harvest some more? Leave that on. And yeah, this here represents our max charge, and this is our consume. Okay, that's just, yeah, another Ferrari passing us. We're just getting lapped. Oh, shit, Vettel's way behind. Did he get a lockup? How did he fall so far behind all of a sudden? Maybe it's something with the blue flags? Oh, no, now he's back in. Oh, no, the time was just being reported weirdly because I think of the cars overtaking. All right, so he's got DRS behind us now. Oh, we have DRS because we're following... Okay, Magnussen? It doesn't look like Tsunoda. That looks like an orange car. It's not Norris. It's definitely not Ricciardo. Is this just me or does this look like an orange car? Oh, it's Red Bull! Okay, I'm seeing the yellow from the Red Bull. So this is Perez or Verstappen up here. Okay, we got DRS off them. That's actually very interesting. I'm not racing you, but since we're going to have a tow here, I'm wondering if we can use this to break Vettel. There you go. Vettel now more than 1 second behind, legitimately. And we're still going to have DRS Yeah, DRS is open. Excellent. Oh, yeah, of course. The Haas is totally going to overtake a Red Bull, you guys. This 100% makes sense. See, there's not enough of a differential between the cars, and DRS too powerful. But yeah, if we can get whoever this is that a black bar? Okay, I guess I can check. If I go... Yeah, this is Verstappen. Yeah, so it's fine. We're just gonna keep up with Verstappen, you know. Totally normal and legit. Oh, Mick. Oh shit, yeah, you're full. Put you back on neutral here. Kind of slow. You can't unlap yourself. That might be the case. I might not be allowed to actually do a true overtake here. But we don't want to. We just want this guy, who theoretically has a faster car than us, to keep towing us via DRS. If that keeps happening, it'll be great. I'm going to go back to light tire mode. Yeah, we got DRS open again. I mean, I'm betting even if we did overtake, the second we did, we'd probably get blue flag. Lap cars or safety cars is Comedy Fest this game. Yeah, there's also a really funny video of, like, there's a corner at Silverstone where cars can only go single file. So there's, like, you know, there's, like, this train of cars, you know, that's down the straightaway. There's, like, cars 2 and 3 wide. And they get to the corner, and everyone just sort of stops and queues. Zippers in. Like, actually comes to an almost full stop to allow it to happen. Schumacher's got DRS as well. Oh, on Bottas. Oh, wow. Oh, let's give you some overlap, or some overtake. Yeah, I think the second we get by, we give it up again immediately as a blue flag. Crazy. Ridiculous. Alright, well, we probably don't have to babysit Magnussen, because he's way, way, way back. Oh, what's with the intervals? Oh, maybe it was an interval to Joe. The interval calculation goes weird sometimes. Yeah, that's probably the idea. Hopefully there's going to be a big patch that improves some of the game balance and some of the mechanics, and we'll revisit it. I think this is going to be our last stream of this for a little bit. I don't know what next Monday will be. It might be a different motorsport. It might be a medieval for M's. It might be some other M that I kind of make up so I can play whatever game I feel like playing that day. We shall see. But yeah, I think we'll put this game up on blocks for a little while until it sees what happens. P11, we need a crash to get points. Well, we're still hoping our pit strategy works out. Well, Hamilton and Bottas probably making it to the end on this. Yeah, they'll probably make it there. Oh, maybe everyone's done their extra pit stops. I don't know. My choice of game Monday. I like that. Is Magnussen still following? Yeah, Verstappen? Yeah. I love it. Verstappen can't get away from the Haas. Let's see, do an F122 career mode or something. That would be interesting. Goddamn Joe.
A position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Go crash your car again. Spin your car some more. Holy shit! Did he ever break the toe? Like, instantly. Alright, we're gonna be in range. DRS is open. And he's got a little traffic. Okay. Just important to stay within DRS range. Pass is fast. Playing a different M game while watching. Won't expect Quill to start mining blocks for a stream. Yeah, I've barely ever played Minecraft. I bought it in like super early alpha. But I never played it a lot. Infraspace. Oh, interesting. City builder with production lines. That sounds fun. Yeah, I'm not sure anything else is going to happen in this race. Okay, as long as we're holding close enough, we can put this on harvest a little bit. Tires are going to be fine. So the tires here are looking pretty okay. I'm still on harvest here, and I think that's going to be fine. You're still holding on there? The DRS is open? Good. Do a little harvesting for me.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
It's, you know, no need to dump some ERS, some battery charge, catching up to Verstappen here. Alright, we can go back to neutral now.
Okay, we need to save some fuel.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we are running close to the end here.
Okay, more lifting coast, please.
And yeah, you're right. Near the end of the race, it is harder to equalize the fuel delta. Especially if we are running in free air, because this is kind of a fair representation of our situation here. Yeah, because it's like trying to use your current rate to predict the entire rest of the race. And at the beginning of the race, that's kind of crazy. I mean, we might be fine on just normal medium mode.
For Alfa Romeo.
I'm going to put it to balance now. I think we're probably going to be okay. Neutral, neutral. The Magnussen, like, could push more on his tires. Oh, he might have... We might be losing the toe here. Magnussen. I think we are. That's be unfortunate if that's the case. Perhaps not. We seem to be doing a really good job in these chicanes. Okay, good. DRS open. We'll go back to light tire mode. Just make sure we got a little bit more to spare.
Haas with an overtake.
Now we got point. We get so much huge bonus now. But yeah, it's really just looking at intermediate, like instantaneous usage. We definitely have less fuel in Schumacher's car than Magnussen's. So it would be nice to see a more accurate fuel use, like, chart. Red Bull soon slow. Yeah, I mean it's only Verstappen. It's only Max up there. Obviously he's not going to go very fast. Obviously Haas is going to be able to keep up with him, no problem. I mean, admittedly, Verstappen doesn't really have to push. You know, he's in second place, 11 seconds behind Sainz. He might just be like, well, let's conserve some tires or something. In case it's a safety car and you need to do a restart. I guess that'd be legit. Mech Warrior Monday. Ooh, get back to Battletech. Just outside of DRS range here. There we go. Good. Neutral balanced. Yeah, well, so much for strat. Okay, you can go to standard. You're gonna be fine until the end. Oh, that's true. How does it calculate? Is it predicting, like, the lap status? Or not? That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that. Maybe Schumacher hasn't been lapped yet, but Magnussen has? No, now their fuel loads are equalized and their numbers are starting to come up a little bit. Yeah, I don't think it's calculating that. Deploy. Okay, we got the second DRS after the overtake is done. We're gonna dump. See if we can break the toe here. Get out of the 1 second window. Okay, I'm gonna keep it up for now. Oh, Joe might have gotten back in it. Seriously? Fudge! How does that keep happening? Ah! That is so frustrating. What's a guy gotta do to get out of DRS range? On the other hand, I think Magnussen just got by Tsunoda.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Yeah. I mean, it's still no points, which is a real shame. After last race, where we got a double points finish, it was crazy. We did do a much better quality. Clearly, the simulated quality did not work out very well for us. We'll make sure to do a little bit of harvesting so we can do a crazy big push in the last lap here.
A position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, there's not a lot of manual driving, though, for, like, the timing the DRS, the exact right spot. You could try to do it with, like, a little bit of commands of things, but... Oh, yeah, you need to... Actually, go full conserve here. Because I'm not boxing for softs at the end here. We need to save as much tire as possible with the K-Mag. I should have done it sooner. I thought we were going to be okay, but... I guess not. Yeah, I'm gonna lose some position. Yeah, and then Schumacher fell a lot behind Joe. I mean, admittedly, he was on the conserve here, but...
So overtake is available if you need it.
Copy.
Disappointing. So good last race. Jeez. Dun, dun, dun. Well, Frontier Studios also made the Jurassic World games, right?
Okay, copy, Kev.
What's the situation?
Guess they're getting picked for like these license deals.
Line, there'll be 4 laps to go.
License contact is always so tricky though, because you end up like, because you're having to work with this license, it takes twice as much to do everything. That's the problem with like licensed games, is they're always going to be in this trickier, disadvantageous position. Schumacher could catch up here. Let's do a little bit of overtake mode. A bit of push. Yes, and Elite Dangerous. But it's just really where they like made their name. Apparently tire temperature doesn't actually do anything. If Magnussen had yeeted it into Ricciardo, it would have been a better race. Yeah, maybe. Man, and Magnussen definitely hit the wall with these tires. Ah, well. Bad old days when licensed game were basically shovelware, yeah. Okay. You just want to be within DRS zone, which didn't happen this time. And don't want to overspend our charge, because we're still hoping to do it right at the end.
To go, Nick. 3 laps.
Guess you better go light on your tires.
Okay, back off.
Yeah, 30% is a hard drop-off, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it would have been better with K-Mag. Like, he's going to lose a lot of performance here, but really pitting at the end for softs probably wouldn't have done much for him anyway. I should have just conserved harder earlier. Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster are great. Oh yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? If you already hit 30%, maybe it doesn't matter anymore. You know what? Just push to the end.
Come on, Kev, keep pushing.
Copy that.
So, yeah, when is the race going to end? Presumably, this is the lead Ferrari here, maybe? Yeah, I can't click on you. And that'll be the black and white flag, so this might be the end of it. Right? It's weird not getting the feedback. Because I know, like, so we're on 57, then 58. But if this is the Ferrari... No, I guess that's the... That might be. If I click on Sainz... Yeah. So Sainz is in the lead. Oh, he's still on 57! Hey, this is the leader's race count. Never mind. Okay.
Mode push.
So yeah, we're already a lap down from this. Presumably, we're doing our lap 56 right now. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely going to be the last lap. I don't know. Go full deploy. Go.
Mode push.
Maybe we can close the gap to Joe.
Okay, starting last lap.
Yes, I know if your race ends when your leader ends. I was just trying to determine that. I couldn't figure out if this lap counter was my count or the leader's count, but it was the leader's count. So, so yeah, we will have only completed 57 laps of the race. That's okay. All right, Schumacher's closing on Joe.
Race I got.
Yep, understood.
We might be able to end this with an overtake. Push, push, push. And yeah, you're just on full deploy. Full deploy, wherever. You don't have to be strategic, just dump it. DRS zone here. Come on. We're gonna have a tiny little crack in another DRS zone in the pit straight. Ah, shit, but we ran out of charge.
Okay, we're out of DRS.
Copy.
Now, we need a little bit more battery charge going into this last lap. Well, that's the way it went.
And Sainz crosses the line first. He's taken the win.
Why are you pushing so much when you're out in points? Because it still matters getting ahead by one position for tie breaks in terms of constructors and drivers' championships and different things like that. And yet, it seems like the ERS logic isn't actually all that helpful one way or another. Theoretically, it could use it more strategically, but... I mean, there we did want the full deploy in a sense. Because we needed to close to be within range to even try and overtake. Alright. We still have 37 minutes. Interesting. Oh, also if there are penalties, that's true. This DRS manager? Or mostly it's ERS manager is what it feels like. I mean, I guess you could just leave it on neutral the entire race, but... doesn't sound like fun. Yeah, so kind of a disappointing outing here. I blame the simulation doing a bad quality, because our setup was so good. ERS versus DRS 22. Yeah, allowed for racing with illegal parks like Grand Prix World back in the day. Yeah, well, I mean, Motorsport Manager has that, you know? And I think that's quite cool. Yeah, race debrief, difficult start, da-da-da-da-da. Voting regulation changes. We can go for high speed, low speed downforce. I mean, I don't know how much one of these either makes a difference. For us. I don't know what's better for us. In any way whatsoever. Whatever, high speed. Pick the one you're worst at. Yeah, that's not a good sign here. So, I want to do that. Okay. We've got another 20 minutes. What can we do that's really quick? That's 20 minutes quick. What can we do in 20 minutes? Slay the Spire speedrun? Well, I mean, it's not fast. Vampire Survivors, I haven't played Vampire Survivors in forever.